Tuesday, the second day of the week. Well, really the third in the olden times, but
Oh,
we're
yeah.
going,
Yeah.
we're going Monday, Tuesday.
I'm not personally not a like to start the week on Sunday. It
Yeah.
discombobulates me.
Totally.
Tuesday is the
Yeah.
second day.
Mars. I love Mars. I adore Mars, but I have heavy Mars placements. Our warrior spirit within us. And I think it's just a good angle to focus on Tuesday with momentum and pushing forward. And what is it to keep you going through the week,
Right on.
Because there can be a second day lull. People talk about Wednesday lulls, but by Tuesday, I'm already like,
Yeah. Oh, God.
Well,
Tuesday's the most depressing day of the week in
Yeah.
my book.
yeah.
Well, here we are on Tuesday, February 23rd. Let's wake up together.
Cass, do you want to do this quote?
Sure.
Yeah, we're going to do a little quote about change because Mars right now is in Taurus with Uranus. There's a lot of change energy with our warrior spirit, with our fire, and with our drive. I think we're all feeling this intensely, not just in a collective level, obviously, but within ourselves. And this Ram Dass quote is great.
Cool. Ram Dass says, everything changes once we identify with being the witness to the story instead of the actor in it. That's a good reminder today, on Mars Day, because we do want to work with our momentum, but it's like, where is our momentum, right? Like, what role are we actually playing? What is the story? And once we identify our relationship within those things, we can maybe see it more broadly and with a little more light of heart,
Absolutely. There's a lot of calling with everything that's going on, all the madness, to be a witness.
Oh, yeah.
Because being an actor is pretty stressful right now.
It
No one's
definitely-
getting paid enough,
It doesn't feel like my calling. I'm like,
Yeah.
like right now, it's just like, whoa.
Yeah.
I want to definitely be the bear witness
Yeah.
guy. That it feels like much more in line with what my wisdom's telling me.
Yeah. And a lot of stuff last year was reminding me about this shift from actor to director of your own life in that kind of metaphor. And in what areas do you feel like you really are falling by the wayside and just kind of like acting out old habits and old timelines and old routines and old patterns and not actually intentionally and with awareness kind of sculpting your life and curating it in the way that you can, because we do have so much agency to
Right.
be directors over our lives.
I feel like the times we're living in now are reminding us of that because
yeah.
there's really nothing in the material world you can necessarily point your faith towards. So it's like I think a lot of people went through it last year and are continuing to wake up to like, oh, it's on me.
Yeah.
It was me all along. Fuck, I gotta be God.
Yeah.
I gotta direct this fucking movie too. I can't just play my bit little part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's with yesterday we were talking about bringing double hearts to this week, adding more love to everything. And it reminds me of Ram Dass as well, in that he's all about affirming like his loving awareness. I am loving awareness, something that we put in our bedroom above the door as a reminder.
Every day we see that when we wake up. It says, I am loving awareness. I didn't even understand what it meant when you first put that up there.
Well, it's about reminding yourself of being the witness and how you witness, and how you take in information. And is it with loving awareness, or is it with judgment, or is it with fear or resistance, And once we accept these things and accept the things that happen to us within a day, we can nothing's going to knock us too hard,
Absolutely. I'm going to talk about when I experienced Mars almost most viscerally with other people, not just with myself. And that was when I was tattooing, and you bring people to the brink, like, 4 or 6 hours deep. And, I can tell you can, about 2-3 hours deep, you can feel people in pain. And I can kind of feel out with anybody telling me, okay, they need a break. They need food. They need sugar. They need a reset. And my favorite thing in the entire multiverse is watching people get blown down to the bits and grab their shield and say, like, I can do this again, and get back up and go into battle again. It's the most beautiful thing to watch, a crumbling and a reemergence. It's like a full-blown resurrection of spirit, that you're getting to participate in. And I was wondering if you guys had any stories or anecdotes or ideas about things that help you lift up your shield when you're feeling like you can't take another hit.
Oh, that's a great question.
It's the main thing is this relationship kind of, I don't know, even like what we're doing really, it is a shield.
Yeah.
It is. It makes you feel powerful. It makes you feel in the moment. It makes you feel like there's a purpose. There's a reason to put on your shield and get back into the fight. you know?
Yeah.
But with a tattoo, it's very similar. It's like, I can't have this half-done fucking thing on
Yeah,
me.
well, you could tap out, though. Like, if you live here, you could tap out on me. So there is kind of this dance of, like, how long can I stay in the game?
Yeah.
And
just come back and finish it another time or
totally.
whatever.
And some people, when they travel, obviously didn't have the luxury. And I've told you guys some pretty wild stories about trying to get stuff done, which is never the optimal way to try and permanently, mark people up. But
I think that the thing we're doing, we were speaking to it a little bit last night, but the thing we're doing, it requires more. It requires more, and it requires a burning of the impurities, because you really can't bring it into any moment, because someone's going to notice it. Yeah. We might be able to fool each other, and we might be able to fool each other, and you guys might too. But the dynamic of the Trinity Infinity,
I'm like, yo, you guys need to sort this shit out.
This is literally what I said to you guys. It is literally how she looks at us when we're fucking sitting here bickering over how we're going to put the cameras up.
Yeah, the accountability is tripled.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. So it doesn't have to be a relationship. It doesn't have to be a job or a boss or art or anything, but just looking at life as for excuses to be more accountable. When you pass the homeless guy, use that as the excuse. Am I going to be another one of these people that just passes this guy by and doesn't look at him, doesn't smile, doesn't give him anything? He can become a form of accountability for me in the way I want to live my life and the way I want to be dialed in. Because I want to be dialed into people's needs. Like, that's what I feel like I'm here to do, is like to help out.
Right on.
Yeah, to keep the vibe high and tight.
Keeping the vibe high and tight.
It was one of the hardest days to do it. I remember growing up, Tuesdays was always like, that was the night that we went to the bowling league. We either had like a bowling league or the dart league or whatever. It was like so necessary. Perfect night for that type of stuff.
Tuesday's always the night with so many activities and so that's kind of like been stripped from people's worlds, is that usually Tuesday they have the dance class, and it's almost frustrating that everyone schedules something on a Tuesday night that you can't even go to all the things that you'd want to go to.
Yeah.
But now that we're kind of the masters of our domain because we can't go anywhere, it's like, how do we bring that into our Tuesday? Is it like a podcast you really want to listen to, or a painting you want to work on, or something that you can kind of create a container for yourself, especially in the evening, to show up to,
Yeah, I think when I'm beaten down to a pulp and I feel like I can't take another hit, grappling with the gravity of my influence over the consciousnesses around me and kind of feeling that weight, because oftentimes myself isn't enough to get me out of my own rut. It's sort of, I need that responsibility of other people to say, like, people are counting on me. So if I get the fuck up and grab my spear and take on this, the next boss of this game, because people are waiting for me.
Talk about mirrors, you know what I mean? Like, us all being so sensitive to each other that, like, I have a hard time showing up if one of you guys is down. I'm like, I'm trying, but like, I can't carry the weight all the way by myself.
Yeah, well, it's funny that you use high and tight, because Mars is obviously affiliated with militant energy.
It
is?
It's
all the military. Yeah, Mars, the warrior spirit, the one that goes off to battle. And we do have to battle, I think, with the new age stuff, we can kind of demonize anything along the lines that feels separative, and it's not true. We are partially a death cult as much as we're a love cult.
Absolutely.
Right on.
I'm glad that you brought that up.
Yeah,
we are totally a fucking death cult.
Yeah.
Because we're aware, we know we're gonna die. I don't know if any other I don't know if Mowgli's sitting around thinking about that. We are, whether we like it or not. We fucking know it.
Yeah, well, that's why I feel like you feel so purposeful and fulfilled with the purging, because it's it's le petit mort. It's a little death for someone.
Totally.
And that resurrection and the Christ consciousness. I really do feel like we should have a little giggle about Christ consciousness on the phone, because
can we? That was pretty funny.
Can we share this story?
Your mom's been going through her classic, just like winter blah, whatever. So
not sure the purpose of everything.
Yeah, so you spent a lot of time with her, and the other day you came out with a pretty funny one.
Well, I came out and I was like, she got freaked out that I was a Jesus freak because I started talking to her about Christ consciousness. And when she was like, I don't understand the point. And I'm like, well, have you attained Christ consciousness? Because I think there's still a point.
Yeah, and I mean, it really brings around like, yeah, it's what you make it. It's the game you make it.
Yeah.
You know, there isn't a purpose beyond the one that you want it to be, and there are so many. you know,
Yeah.
to choose from, like Christ,
Yeah.
you know, in the spiritual and meta realms that are beyond, I guess, the laid out paths that we have that are so conventional and earthy and solidified.
The meaning of life is giving meaning to life.
Yes,
And
fuck yeah,
you,
Sean.
you can do that all the time.
Absolutely.
And I feel like the mini deaths that we invite into our world, especially with like medicines, hape, sauning, fucking sex, like
Yeah.
these things that we do, they're preparing us. They're like,
Yeah.
we're really preparing ourselves for the final boss, which is death.
Yeah.
You know, and how to do that gracefully.
Well, it makes it that much
Absolutely.
sweeter being here, you know, knowing it's not forever and knowing that you can't redo this moment. So, like, this is a moment, the way this is Mowgli sitting with me, that'll never happen exactly like this again. So I can either, like, show up for it or not.
Yeah, I was saying that too, with just how high whoever was over here was. You know, like you're not
Yeah.
going to be this high again, so bask in it.
Yeah.
Bask
Yeah.
in the glory of your
Yeah.
high. 'Cause
That
you
was-
think you don't want it right now, but you soak it up.
Yeah.
It's
that
not
was
going to be
a-
here for long.
That was a really rad moment of us, like, because we didn't have any time. Like, this person just went into crazy mystical experience. We didn't expect it. And we didn't have time to, like, coordinate, like, how do we behave when someone does this?
Right.
But all of us had that similar instinct to say, enjoy this.
Yeah.
Enjoy this. I know you're
Puke all over
purging-
the place.
You're purging
Yeah.
all over the place. I'm cleaning up after you. You're a mess, but like enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's temporary. I feel like him trying to rebuild his ego and the story of this place was kind of making it worse. So
Oh,
we were all just
totally.
like, yo, just be dead for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your body's fine. Just be dead for a little bit. It's fucking an uncomfortable place for a lot of people. You know,
Very vulnerable.
very
Very
vulnerable.
exposed.
Yeah,
Very, yeah.
that's why I had to take my shirt off.
Yeah.
You know, this guy's a mess. He doesn't know where he is or how he got into this situation. Like the little communications he was giving to us were like, I don't know what's been going on the past hour. I don't know what's going on right now. And like he was covered in vomit, so he took his shirt off. And I just realized in that moment, I'm like, when he comes to, if everyone else is wearing their shirt, he might feel a little fucking freaked. So I took my shirt off to just make him feel at home on this planet.
You were
and
being a great mirror.
yeah,
You were.
Like he doesn't need to look at his shirt.
I know.
He might have been a little freaked, like, wait, are we getting naked?
I mean, I think that's what he wanted to begin with.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, whatever. And worst case, I was just going to be like, we already had sex. You don't remember?
Oh
That's
my
hilarious.
God.
Yeah, man.
Ugh. Okay, well, let's all show up again. Another day, another dollar.
It's Tuesday. It's the come
Another
up.
holler?
Another holler?
Holler for $1. That's all we can do. Can I fucking get a little sacred smoke in
A
me?
little sacred
Let
sip.
that green goddess symphony out.
Yes. Yeah.
Like the concerto roar.
Mm-hmm. This is how you bear witness. This is how you identify with the witness. This starts to provide a hole in the fence.
Yeah, start
You're
your
like,
morning
I think there's
right.
a hole in the fence. You fucking crawl in there and you're like, yo, I don't have to take this shit too seriously. And this fucking plant's going to teach me how to do that on the fucking daily.
Yeah.
Like, so sweet.
Yeah.
So fucking sweet. That's a fucking reason to live. Weed.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what we can leave you with. A little reason to live. Weed.
Weed.
Brought to you by Weed. We'll see you tomorrow, motherfuckers.
Peace and love.
Peace and love and magic.